first off here, you'll see my my shell here. I decided to use the tuck tape, not tuck tape, I guess it's the Gorilla Tape, and put her all in there everywhere just to strengthen a bit. I got this idea from I think it's Arrma Kraton. That's where I saw this, and I was like, oh, it's a great idea, so I decided to do it. So you throw all that tape in there, and then you throw a like a hairdryer heat gun to it, and it just makes it so much tougher. You can just hear the sound of it. It's so much, it doesn't sound plastic and tinny, you know what I mean? Anyway, that was the first little mod I did. Then, what do we got here? I put on the front basher from T-Bone Racing. I think that was, here's what it is here. So that's the TBR V4 Thrasher front bumper, and you got to make sure you get the right one. If you get the V for the V2, it's not gonna fit. So make sure you get the right one if you have the V3. So put that on, and I'll jump to the back here, and there is this is the TBR wide basher rear right here. I know that lighting's not great, but it's the best I got here. And there's that too. And then I also, while we're back here, I put on the Wheelie Bar here as well. That's actually from the Outcast right here, so there's the number for that as well. And she fits perfect. It's really easy. It was no problem getting it on there either. And then I also put on this is the RPM wing mount. Let's see if you can get those numbers or not. If I can get it to come in clear. That's the AR320194. And this was actually pretty easy to put on too. No problems at all. Just these, the mountain there, the wing mount. Pretty tough too. Then what else did I do here? I obviously put in the chassis mount here, the back and the front up here. Right in here, if you can see that. And I also put in the servo mount as well, and that is all from GKA. You can get him on Facebook and stuff. GKA, believe his name is Greg. Really nice parts though from him for sure. Then I also put on the T-Bone Racing mud guards, and here's the tag for that. I'm thinking I'm gonna probably put those on my Outcast as well, because I'm sure that's gonna save a ton of cleaning. Then I'll flip this thing around for you here, guys. There's a few other things I did as well. So right here, these are the Racing, I think they're twin tornado fans with the heat sink in theirs too. It's in behind it there. It's hard. It's gonna be hard for you to see because of my lighting. I apologize. Big old heat sink around that. And these fans here, my goodness, they're really, really strong. They keep that motor nice and cool. I hooked it up with brought them into a Y harness, soldered them in together, then I went through my ESC fan. It was a real easy hookup as well. I also took out the stock pinion that came in it. And I ended up throwing in this, what is that, the Robinson? Yeah, the Robinson Racing, this is a 16 tooth extra hard pinion. I just threw one in the Outcast as well, and because apparently I did strip the one out of the Outcast, and then I put this one right in after. So with the Kraton, I just thought I'll just take the stock one right out and put this in immediately. So there you go with that. 16 tooth, which I'm sure that motor will get hot, and that's the whole reason for my fans here. What else did I do? Clearly I put this tower to tower chassis, tower to tower brace in, I should say, sorry. I got that idea actually from RC Bashing the Kraton as well. He's got a great channel, and he knows a ton about these RCs. I used I think this is a 3/4, I believe. Just gonna give me a second on that. If you can see that, try to get it for you. Yeah, 3/4. And she works great. Took me some time to Dremel it all out. I put a little notch back in here, threw a tie strap in the side here, out the other side, then around the back and tightened it. Took another tie strap and tied it down underneath the chassis brace, through here, and then up to the front here with two tie straps, and I put a notch in the pipe, and you guys, if you can see it there, so it's about halfway down, and then just clamp these tie straps down, and it works great. Like I can lift her right up by it, and yeah, nothing's moving. It's nice and solid. And then I also put different fluids in the front shocks, rear shocks, and I also put different fluid in the front, middle, and rear differentials, and I also shimmed all three differentials. For the diffs, up front, I went with 50K. Center, I went with 100,000. And for the rear, I went 30. And now for the shocks, the front, I went with 50. And with the rear, I went with 40. Is this perfect? I don't know. If I'm gonna see how it runs, and if I don't like it, then I'll just change it up.